This is Infinem from Twitch, and you are listening to the Escape Podcast. This show is recorded in front of a live Twitch audience. Division 5 and 6 bracket, I'm coming for you.
One is a Grand Arena specialist from the UK. The other is a territory battle tactician from the US. Together, there are no signs of intelligent life on board. With both having played this game since launch, the one thing we are sure of is that you will be entertained. The Escape Pod Cast, a service of the Escape Pod Castaways. A weekly podcast about the mobile game Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Live from the network studios of Yavin 4, here are your hosts, Neil Andrew Eyre and Paul Anthony.
Coming up on this week's episode of the Escape Pod Cast.
Unity has caused some disturbances in the Force for people and their GACs.
So you would say that there has been some sort of disunity lately?
That's only funny if you weren't affected.
Oh, come on, Neil. I can't be the only one to lose GACs.
No, not for those who lose as often as you do.
Oh, well, we get a fifth Chewbacca in the game this week.
No, we got a second C3PO this week.
But even though some have tried to give him a nickname, we will lay out all of the options and let our community decide what we call him.
This week, we were introduced to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes podcast, and we look forward to sharing them with our listeners as well.
That's right. Thanks goes out to Dickie Darkside for introducing us to Good Morning Korriban. And I cannot wait to sit down with Mikey and Stern.
And, of course, Patreon's choice in our fourth segment.
And our 1K giveaways continue.
All this and breaking news as and if it happens.
Right here on the Escape Pod Cast.
The Escape Pod Cast News.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Escape Pod Cast. I'm your host, Neil Andrew Eyre, with rice in my teeth. And as always, I'm joined by my hetero life partner, Paul Anthony. Paul, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing okay. I'm sorry that your food was cold.
My coffee's cold as well. You know, this is just totally unacceptable. Cold curry, hard naan breads, cold coffee. Ugh.
So, we hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube last week. But, Neil, your hair's not cut yet. What's going on with that?
I can't do it this weekend.
Okay.
I couldn't do it last weekend. I can't do it this weekend because I'm stuck doing garage sales. So it'll more than likely be next weekend. I was tempted to go beardless today. So that I do it in parts, because I plan to go beardless. I'm going to go clean shaven when I cut my hair, because when I have my hair short, I always go clean shaven. But I figured no, I'm going to do it all in one go, so it'll be hair and beard. So my head will look smaller, or shrunken like. So yeah. I'll get it. I mean, can we at least live stream from the channel?
That I haven't tried. By the way, if we started out huge, before we even started, Run DMV donated 1,000 bits. Flair donated or resubscribed. So did the Llama. Geek Girl cheered 245 bits. We are already, before we begin, we have 30 seconds literally from when I said this to get to level 4 if anybody wants to do a level 4 hype.
Oh, wow. What's that bit? Run DMV 500 bits if it's just Neil has his hair out.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't agree to that. I didn't agree. You're all right. I washed my hair last night, so it doesn't have any product in it. So
it's a. Oh wait, he's doing something. I think he's letting it down. We'll see. Oh, there we go. He's let it down. Head banging to put it down. There we go. We get a long-haired Neil for the show. You know what, Llama, when you get a second, take a screenshot at some point.
No, do not take a screenshot at some point.
Well, our podcast audience needs to know what you're doing. So I'm going to drive people to go to the Twitter to see Grunge Neil.
Grunge Neil.
Yep, that's what Hellenics called you, Grunge Rocker Neil.
Grunge. Headbanger.
So once again, guys, though, thank you very much for getting us to 1,000. I am about to start up. I'm about to start up a giveaway here in a moment. We're going to run it all throughout the show. You need to be here at the very end to win the 10-pack of games. Flair, have we set? Can you send me a message of exactly the 10 so I can say it correctly? So.
Oh, Dickie, no, don't you dare make a video of that set to Metallica. Metallica sucks, but I will accept Blackstone Cherry's Blame It on the Boom Boom. There you go. Blackstone Cherry is acceptable. I don't like Metallica. I've never liked Metallica.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do once again. We're gonna do exclamation point. Put me in the pod. Now, Flair sent me. Flair sent me a list. Here we go. The games for the giveaway are: you are getting all 10 of these games: Assassin's Creed Origins, Goat Simulator Game of the Year, Mortal Kombat Collection, Star Wars Rogue Squadron, Call of Duty World War II, Pathfinder Kingmaker, Raiden 5, The Messenger, American Truck Simulator, and Dead Island Definitive Edition. All of these great games. I have played them at one time. These were all curated by Escape Pod Castaways. We haven't started just yet. I'm going to be doing that in just a moment.
You should join just for X-Wing Rogue Squadron because that game is the bomb.
Well, we don't have oh yeah, we do have Rogue Squadron in there. Okay, here we go. Everyone is we are now doing the 10-pack of giveaway. Exclamation point, put me in the pod. I will not mention this anymore until the end of the break, the end of this segment. So I'm not going to mention it until the end of this segment again. You must put exclamation point, put me in the pod.
Put me in the pod.
Enter.
Not put me in the pool, as some of you wrote last week. Put me in the pod, right? Put me in the pool. Speak to me later. Don't do it though. Okay, just don't. No Paul. Speak to me later. No putting Paul in the pod. Okay. There we go. Blackstone Cherry live, 4 strong. I've seen them live.
Yes. All right, guys. So, we had a problem, or some of the community had a problem with the updates. We had the Unity update came out last week, and we ended up seeing some crashes. Do you want to explain what we saw a lot in GA Center?
Well, basically, there have been numerous complaints of the game crashing just as a battle's about to commence. Now, I know of at least a half a dozen people that have been able to confirm it because I follow their GAC. So I know at least 6 content creators who are very competitive with their GACs suffered losses as a direct result of a Unity crash. And the only person that actually suffered a benefit was DPK. And that was because his opponent had a crash. Now, it's not BlueStacks was crashing, it was the game. It was the actual app within BlueStacks that was crashing, but it is not just BlueStacks. So we know that it's not BlueStacks. We know that it's the app. We know it's the game because I saw on Twitter from 2 individuals. One of them was Bulldog, and I can't remember who the other person was, but I had it confirmed that iOS or iPhone 8s and iPhone 11s were also crashing. So all I can say is it's a good job that they did do this update in a vacuum. And the reason why, obviously one of the focal point questions were, why not introduce this with some new content? Why not introduce it with the new feature that they're bringing to the game? And they said, well, we kind of just wanted to bring it in without anything around it in case they had any problems. And now I'm actually probably a little bit suspicious of why they said that in the first place. Because if you're not prepared to do the update with something new, it means you do not have the confidence in your developer's abilities to integrate a update without there being some kind of an issue. So I'm now more suspicious of the fact that they introduced it without any new addition to the game, because they suspected that there was going to be an issue and that this is the resulting issue, that there's going to be some bugs within the app on different platforms that cause crashes within the game. And I just hope that they can hotfix it as soon as physically possible.
So when there are so many different devices, so many different operating systems, there's little incremental updates that can cause problems no matter where you're at. Through they run both iOS and Android. It would be foolish to say, why didn't you cover everybody? Because they technically can't. If somebody has the game installed on a SIM card on this system on Android, and somebody doesn't have it installed on a SIM card, they have it on the onboard memory. There's so many different variables that it's nigh impossible, because it could even be different brands of SIM cards causing problems or whatnot. So I'm not going to fault them for, not releasing it, amongst other things.
Oh, no, I'm glad that they didn't. I'm very, very glad that they didn't.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the crap that they would have been given if they introduced that new game feature? The new game feature with the Unity update? I mean, we know that we've had issues with GAC, and we know that we've had issues with Territory Wars. Thankfully, there haven't been any, to my knowledge, any reported issues with GOTB. So it does seem to be the PvP side of things.
Nope.
No, has it happened? Have you been given some anecdotal reports of it crashing?
I had our former guild leader, Mega Crippletron. He ended up having a crash during a territory battle. And if you complete a phase but then you have a crash, it will at least give you what you completed.
Yeah, it'll give you like 1 of 2 or 2 of 2 or 3. Yeah.
Yeah. So what happened with him, though, on the other hand, was it kicked him as it was changing phases. It was I think, and this is just, I don't have enough confirmation or information to make this a confirmation. But I will tell you that it seems to be during a reporting phase for the game when it phones home. So people had the problem going into the game, going into the battle in GAC, right?
Yeah.
So that is reporting as the new system does, that is reporting this team is going in against this group. That's the game reporting to home. Now, on the opposite end, with it happening during territory battle, it could be reporting, hey, they just completed this phase. If you don't hear from me again, this is what they completed. Because we've seen that happen, where you quit out and you get the points for that.
Well, I mean, it's going to annoy people. It's going to annoy people. So they need to. They really, really need to get it squared away. It doesn't seem to be happening. It doesn't seem to be happening in Squad Arena or Fleet Arena. I haven't. It's not happened to me. It's only happened to me in Territory Wars and in GAC. I don't know if it's happened to me. It couldn't possibly happen to me in GOTB light side because I can't actually do any of the stages. I just log in and deploy. That's it. I log in, platoon, and deploy. Because it's physically impossible for any of my squads on any of my accounts to even get past 1 of 4 on any of the stages. So I don't know if it would crash. So my experience is Territory Wars and GAC only.
So I for the first time, cleared 4 of 4 in the first stage during Lightside GOTB. I was actually excited about this. Took my Skywalker team in, my gas team, and it just I figured it out. You tear down your robots, then you go after you try to go after spy as best as you can, then you tear down more robots starting with B2. So I actually have gotten the hang of using gas in light side territory battles. Mm-hmm. It's actually nice for once.
I'll be interested to see how the new 3-pack does. I'd be very interested to know how 3-pack does in. We're
already starting with the names. No, that's in the second segment.
I'm just, it's a nickname. I'm just going with a nickname because saying Chewie 3PO is way too many syllables. Just too many syllables.
It is. What?
Rice! I have a piece of rice stuck in my teeth. But I'm not crass enough to, go up to the camera and have it. No, I'm not going to do that.
Flair says that his crashed mid-battle, not at the very beginning. Okay. It's, it was a theory. A theory is meant to either be proven right or be proven wrong.
Theory? So. No, it's more of a hypothesis.
Okay, a hypothesis. You are correct in that. You are correct. That was my hypothesis.
Yes. Proven wrong by Flair. Flair's just, so... There we go. We're done. Okay, right. It's a garbage nickname. No, it isn't. Ban him.
No.
Send him to the naughty corner.
No.
Send him to the naughty corner.
We'll get into that. They did kind of release a ninja update just recently because of a known issue where Jedi Knight Skywalker, his animations do not play correctly. So they released this. This Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker. Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. I'm sure now that I've said that, there's going to be tons of people that are going to comment on YouTube. You don't know who Anakin and Luke are. Yeah, guess what, guys? We're human. So we got that whole bug worked out. But you know what I saw earlier today on Gridden's stream was where Rey got stuck in her ultimate, and when it came time for her to do another attack. She's got the crossed lightsabers, right?
Mm-hmm.
She just literally moved forward and then moved back.
Oh, just incredible. Oh, I mean, weren't we supposed to be getting like better animations and better cinematics with this Unity update?
We did.
No,
we did get better.
No. We had a marquee event, right? And I had this argument with Flair last night. Where's the Gucci cinematics? Where's this wonderful clean cinematics? And he's like, yeah, but they don't do that on marquees. And I went, they didn't do them on marquees because it was a pain in the rear to do them on the old version of Unity. Now that they're on the updated version of Unity, why aren't they using it? Oh yeah, it's only a marquee. Why not do it anyway? We're only going to get this marquee once, so give us some decent, it's a one-off. It's an Empire Strikes Back 40th anniversary marquee. Why not give us some cool, groovy cinematics? Why?
Because
Why
they
not?
do that. They do that for things like legendary events, like the Chewie
but legendary
event.
events come over and over. There's nothing special about a legendary event anymore. They're all in the journey. They're all in the journey guide. There's nothing special about a legendary guide. Sorry, a legendary or a hero's journey anymore. Because you can go into the journey guide, click on it, and if you don't qualify for it, here's a bunch of packs for you so that you can get ready for it with some money. So there's nothing special about those journey guide or hero's journey.
Okay, really quick. Now that I know that she's in the audience, or our Twitch audience, the Escape Pod Castaways as a whole would like to congratulate some of the founding listeners of the Escape Podcast, Uber and Savage Diva. Thank you very much for your support from the very beginning, and congratulations on the birth of your twin girls. We're very, very excited that they have joined, and we are glad that there are now 2 new Padawans walking the earth.
So yes, a marquee event is a one-off event. So I don't see why they don't make it a little bit more exciting. Throw a couple of... I'm not saying that they have to put a cinematic between each tier, but it'd be nice if they threw a cinematic in right at the end before the bonus tier. That would be nice. Oh, look at this. I've done it. Oh, some cool things are happening. Oh, that looks sweet. Oh, that's brilliant. You're only ever going to see it once. And then the marquee's gone because they don't bring back marquees no matter how much we ask them to. So, yeah, those are my thoughts on it. They've got Unity. They've got all this power. And they don't seem to be using it at the moment. And I would have thought this marquee event, 40th anniversary of the Empire Strikes Back, would have been the perfect opportunity to run some little 30, 15, 20, 25, 30 second cinematic at the end to, congratulate you on getting your C3P0.
You're just gonna keep poking at different names here, aren't you?
Yeah. Go on, Bowdy. I dare you. Come on, Bowdy. I dare you.
Well, what are you daring him to do for the people that are listening on the podcast?
I'm daring him to say that it's crap in chat again. Go on, I dare you. I will make the llama ban you.
No, you will not.
I will rule chat with an iron fist.
All right.
Just not a Marvel Cinematic Universe Iron Fist.
So once again, I'm going to run down the list of the games that as part of the 1K giveaway. As part of the 1K giveaway that we're doing in honor of us getting to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Once again, the games are Assassin's Creed Origins, Goat Simulator Game of the Year Edition, Mortal Kombat Collection, that's collection with a K, kind of like Weasel with a Z, Star Wars Rogue Squadron, Call of Duty World War II, Pathfinder Kingmaker, Raiden 5, The Messenger, Dead Island Definitive Edition, and the most important game of all, American Truck Simulator.
Debatable, but okay.
Exclamation point, put me in the pod, all one word, to enter, and we are going to be giving that away at the end of the show, all on PC, by the way. We're going to be giving away that at the end of the show today. So make sure you guys stick around through the entire show. That being said, we're up against a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the new character that they released, the game updates. Let me bring it up here so I make sure I say it correctly. I'm trying to remember the order in which it is off the top of my head, and it's not working. C3P0 and Chewie. That's the name of the character. I'm pretty sure you can figure out how it works.
6 syllables is too much.
Right here on the Escape Podcast.
The Escape Pod Cast with Paul Anthony and Neil Andrew Ware.
This is Macias, and I assure your privacy and confidentiality when using my remodding services.
G'day legends, this is Heinzie. Did you know Macias Modding Mayhem is the premier modding service for the game that we all love, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? With some of the most affordable rates in the industry, Macias will remod your roster from top to bottom with continuous consultation with where to go from there. Macias has a 100% satisfaction guarantee, and he has tons of additional services available as well, like a full cleanup of your mods, PvP plans, and lots more. Contact Macias today on Discord, all in lowercase guys, MIKAYAS 0127. That's MIKAYAS number 0127, or hit up maciasmods@gmail.com. I fully endorse Macias Modding Mayhem, and you will too. Macias Modding Mayhem, the official remodding service of the Escape Podcast and the Escape Podcastaways network.
Hello friends, this is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and I approve this message, and am compensated for signups for this service.
The world's largest audiobook library is at your fingertips, and the Escape Podcastaways wants you to try it for free. Head on over to escapepodcastaways.com and click the Going Nerdy offer button to claim a free audiobook and 2 Audible originals. Cancel anytime, and it's absolutely free to sign up. Check out Audible and support the Escape Podcastaways, all for free. See Audible website for details. Restrictions may apply.
Did you know that if you signed up to become a Patreon, you could get tons of rewards? Force Ghost Scotty could do a roster review for you. Neil Andrew Ware could share Grand Arena tactics. Or Paul could even help you get maximum stars in Geonosis Territory Battle. And you even get access into the after show. Sound good? Sign up to be a Patreon today. For as little as $2 a month, you could unlock a ton of potential content and also get closer to the hosts. Head to patreon.com/The Escape Pod to sign up.
Have you been interested in getting items 3D printed but haven't wanted to buy one of those expensive printers? Are you looking for a literally one-of-a-kind tech gift gadget? Evil Genius 3D Printing and Gadgets is your one-stop shop for both of those items. Nerd-owned and Escape Pod approved, put Lenny the Evil Genius to work for you. If you can dream it, he could possibly make it. Contact Lenny at evilgenius3dprinting@gmail.com for more information. That's evilgenius3dprinting@gmail.com. Get something unique in your hands.
Hey, I'm Andy Beads.
Hey, I'm Danish Wobble.
Hey, I'm Ando.
Hey, I'm Jake.
I'm Bringer of Death.
Jake Johnson TX.
I'm Ramby2307.
Spartan Z here.
I am Mr. Jacobachi.
Star Wars Galaxy of Yeti.
I'm Player Gaming Embers.
I'm Lazy Turtle.
I'm Mudbum.
I mean, come on. They already know me. I'm the bloody co-host.
And we are part of
the GAC Chain Gang.
We're a group of streamers who
stream our Grand Arena on Twitch
and continue the chain
into the next streamer.
We have all types of accounts for you to enjoy, from the big whales to the small accounts.
But we're all here to provide entertainment
and have a good time.
The Grand Arena Chain Gang is proud to be part
of the Escape Pod Castaways Content Creator Network. Stop by and see them, won't you?
The Escape Pod Cast.
And welcome back to the show. We're into our second segment, and Paul's annoyed because he lost a fleet battle.
I did not lose a fleet battle, but if we would have ended up coming back to the show like 30 seconds earlier, they would have gotten a Paul Rage. They would have gotten a Paul Rage by 3 seconds. 3 seconds. I beat the battle, but I was 3 seconds too late to claim first.
No, he lost.
I did not lose.
Did you win?
I won, but I didn't get first place rewards. I'm in first place now, but I didn't get first place rewards.
First place is no place.
Oh my god!
A once great sensei said that in Karate Kid Part 2. Second place is no place. It's not. It's not good enough, Paul.
It was fourth place that I ended up.
Paul Rage trending now. He's not allowed to steal my thing. That's my thing.
How do we not have a Paul Rage GIF yet? There is a Paul Rage GIF out there. I'm sure Biscuit Weasel has it. Anyway, developer insight to a character named C3P0 and Chewie. 6 syllables.
Well, it's not a character. It's 2 characters.
Two characters.
They occupy the same space and time as each other. But it's 2 characters.
So, few pairings in Star Wars have had each other's backs like C3PO and Chewie, who are arriving as a unique combo on the holotables. The bond forged on Cloud City between one of our favorite droids and Wookiees showed the Empire this unlikely duo is a force to be reckoned with. In addition to being a unique combination unit, C3PO and Chewie offer new gameplay strategies by providing both damage and support abilities, ramping damage, and afflicting blind on enemies. Only an overgrown mophead would miss out on the chance to add C3PO and Chewie to their collection. Neil, are you an overgrown mophead? Do you have C3PO and Chewie yet?
I take great offense to CG insulting their customers. Only an overgrown mophead would miss out. Just, there might be people that just don't want him. Does that make them overgrown mopheads? No, it doesn't, CG. Don't insult your client base. Oh my God, I feel so triggered right now.
Well, they said don't do anything foolish and make sure to participate in the marquee event, Escape from Cloud City.
Who posted this?
This would be
by SB Crumb. I want to speak to your manager, SB Crumb.
We all, Neil,
mopheads,
you and I want to speak to his manager, but we can't even get Crumb on, even though we've offered.
Yeah, mophead, indeed. What if people just don't have a thing for Wookiees and, gold metal? Hairy beasts and gold metal. People just might not be into that. I mean, it sounds pretty awesome to be into, but, some people just aren't, that way inclined.
So they posted in the developer, what's this called again? The developer insight. They specifically called out light side Geonosis by saying Chewie's Rage, which is a special 2, inflicts AoE damage multiple times and is great for dealing with stacks of Droid Battalion on light side Geonosis.
Mm-hmm.
So let's look. Let's pull up the kit itself. Let me pull it back up here. Let's pull up the kit and take a look at Chewie's Rage, not Wookiee's Rage. Special 2, it has a Zeta, And the final text says, deal physical damage to all enemies. Deal an additional time, up to 5 times, for each enemy that has been defeated during the battle. 3PO and Chewie gain 10% offense, stacking until the end of battle whenever this ability defeats an enemy. So, if you have a bunch of downed enemies, let's say there's 6 people on the other side, you take out 5 of them, it's going to hit 6 times. Which, yes, that will certainly take out Droid Battalion. But Neil, the droids should be your first target in the whole thing. Your droids should definitely be your first target.
Well, then these characters are going to be good for that, then, aren't they? C3PO will be a great asset to anybody going into GOTB, won't he? He. I don't know what a droid's pronouns are, so I'm not quite sure.
Well, I think
it's
3PO.
They. Them. No idea.
Neil.
Yeah?
What am I going to do? But, all right, let's get into let's get into the other abilities really quick, and then we'll talk about what Nev Rage for 1,000 bits. We're not doing Nev Rages. Nev Rages are during GAC broadcasts. Nev Rages can be not family friendly. All right. His basic frantic shot deals damage and then also inflicts evasion down for 2 turns. Shining distraction. This what's the word? This animation looks really weird.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't look very good.
What's
up with that? It doesn't, this looks like old Unity, not new Unity. We've been waiting for months for this update. They've been yammering on about it for months. We get it. It causes issues, and the cinematics don't look any crisper. They don't look any cleaner.
I don't know. I think Chewie looks a little bit better.
He just looks boxy. I mean, look, this is a new character, right? We've got compare this to Grief Karga. I mean, why can't they? I mean, look at Grief Karga's detail was incredible. He's such a well-drawn, well-animated character. They should be doing that with all new characters, and when they have the time, going back and doing the old one. This is a brand new character. They've brought this in. Why does Chewie and 3PO not look as good as Grief Karga? He should look as good as Grief Karga.
So what was the criticism that people thought about Jedi Luke? Do you remember? Or as I like to call them, J-Lu.
No. What was the general criticism of Jedi Knight Luke?
That he looked like he was built long ago. He doesn't look as good as the Galactic Legends and things like that, right? So this whole event where they had Chewie and 3PO, where they had, they used this specific event. If this specific event was built before and they released it just recently, Chewie and 3PO are not going to look as crisp.
Well, yeah, but we don't know that.
We don't know that, but
you just
speculate.
It's a speculation. I'm applying what I think is legitimate constructive criticism regarding the animation of this character. Think how think about how good Grief Karga looks, right? And Grief Karga's been out for a while now, okay? And Chewie and 3PO are new. Pew Pew, they're new to the game. I quite like that one. That one just popped up in my head. Pew Pew. Pew 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 Pew. All right, okay. But that one's just come in, and yet he just doesn't look as crisp. And I think he should. That's not me being nasty or denigrating CG. I think it's a legitimate criticism. If they're going to make characters like Grief Karga look as good as Grief Karga, I mean, Carl Weathers looks awesome. He does. It can't be denied. He looks awesome thanks to Unity. Why can't that same standard be applied to this new character? It's a legitimate criticism, and it's constructive.
I'm not going to say that it's not a legitimate criticism, but I'm sure there's improvements once they roll out a whole bunch of other stuff. Really quick, I do want to thank Run DMV for the 1,000 bits, and in the past 3 minutes, Andy Beats has donated 300 bits, and Run DMV with another 25 bits. Thank you for those, by the way. But it just looks like Chewie's mooning Vader in the animation graphic that they have, and 3PO's waving.
No, he's just being shook around a lot, you know?
He's not being shook around, he's waving.
He's not waving, he's being thrown about. Let's tie you to the back of an 8-foot tall Wookiee and see what you look like. Your arms would be all over the place.
If he was
rage, remember? He stands there. It's not called Chewie Calm or Chewie Chill. It's called Chewie Rage, and he's going, you know. So he's being very.
You're looking
animated.
at the wrong one. You're looking at the wrong one. I'm talking about Shining Distraction, special one.
Okay, hang on. It's not a wave. He's got his fist closed.
No,
his fist is closed. It's not a wave. He's going Black Power. It's the 1972 Munich Games. Without the black glove.
No, he's not.
His hand is clenched. That is not a wave. Nobody waves like that.
But look at the picture,
waves
though.
With their fist closed.
They didn't animate the hand opening, okay? I'm sorry.
You fist bump with a closed fist. You wave with an open hand. That is not a wave.
I've lost him, guys.
No, in fact, I know what that is. That's turn me around, you buffoon or whatever, you know. It's an angry, it's that's what it's Chewie, it's Chewie's getting him angry. That's what it is. Chewie's getting him angry.
If you look at the picture of the special ability, his hand is open. They just didn't animate his hand opening.
Okay. Good criticism. Legitimate criticism, but it's not a wave. A wave requires an open palm.
He's waving his fist at him. How about that?
No, you don't wave your fist, you shake your fist.
He's shaking.
He's shaking
Oh my God.
Fist. But he's not shaking his fist at them, he's shaking his fist at Chewie. You know, if there was an audio, he'd be saying, you know, turn me around, you walking carpet, or something like that. I can't remember off the top of I'm ashamed to say I can't remember off the top of my head, off by heart, the insults that 3PO threw at Chewie in Empire. That's very, very poor of me. VP, very VP.
All right.
Hydration check.
All right. Let's go ahead and get into the names that we've heard. We've heard Chupio.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna write all these down really quick. So give me a moment to make sure I get all these down. Let's come up with the 5 best. So we've all heard Chupio, right?
3 Baka is one I've heard.
So I've heard 3 Bak.
I've heard 3 Baka, and I've heard 3 Baka and 3 Pack.
Of those, which one do you like better?
No.
I
want to go with mine. Pew Pew.
We'll add Pew Pew. How are we spelling Pew Pew?
P-E-W-P-E-W with a space in between. Pew Pew.
So we're adding Pew Pew.
That's mine.
For 3PO and Chewie.
Pew Pew.
Okay.
Pew Pew.
For the 3 Baka or the 3 Pac, I like 3 Pac. Would you agree 3 Pac should be a finalist?
Yeah, put 3 Pac in there as well, yeah.
All right. 3 Pac is there. By the way, thank you, Andy Beats, for another 100 bits. Thank you, Cascade, for another 25. And thank you, I missed Run DMB for another 25. And Savage Diva from the hospital, 100 bits.
We love you guys so much.
We do. So we've got Chupio, 3 Pac, and Pew Pew. Were there any others? 3 Baka. Well, no. We're staying away from. We're only going with one that's from the beginning. I've also heard
Chupio. We got Chupio, haven't we?
We have Chupio. We have got 3 Pac, and we have Pew Pew.
Yeah, we've got Chupio DFG.
Okay, I'm adding 3 Baka into this.
Yeah, 3 Baka needs to go in there.
All right, what is the nickname of 3PO and Chewie? So we've got 4. We need a 5th. What is the
Ooh, there's nothing nothing wrong with these glasses. Making my days. Young whippersnapper.
I think
it's a good job we ain't got Wonka vision right now, because if I'd be through my screen like that.
It's got to be either Finity or Ranger. I think.
I'm inclined to think it's Finn. I reckon it's Finn.
I think so too. I think so Finn. Too. And I'm kind of glad that we don't have. We do have a special bit thing when somebody hits that special number that I sometimes do to Finity. But that's,
you're not allowed to tell anybody though. No, don't start telling people that number. It's an embarrassing video of me, and people have to guess it.
But it certainly does give you your own special Nevrage.
Yes, if you want a Nevrage, you have to do a certain number of bits, and I'm not telling you because it's an embarrassing video.
So we've got Chupio, 3 Pac, Pew Pew, and 3 Baka. Is there any other names that you want to add to this?
I'm just trying to think of others that I've seen on the forums and on Twitter. No, I mean there's none that really stick.
So we're going in
with
with those
that really
4.
stick.
I'm gonna add. Okay, so I've got those 4. We are 10 minutes away from a break. 10 minutes are on the clock. We are polling our community right now. We are polling our community to ask them what they want to call 3PO and Chewie, what they think that it should be called.
Double Durgan, the best kind of nerd talking. The only kind of nerd talking. Star Wars nerd talking. Is there any other? I mean, there's Star Trek, but it just...
Everybody gets 1 vote unless they want to drop a quarter in the tank. Then they can, just like politics in some areas, you could drop a quarter in the tank and get an extra vote.
Yeah, just like politics, you can buy more votes.
And so right now, every single answer, every single poll option has one vote at least.
Tudor the Explorer.
only, only if 3PO said back.
Yeah.
Can you say Wookiee?
Can you? Wookiee. I love Dora the Explorer, but I was more of a Go Diego Go fan. I was definitely more because my eldest preferred Go Diego Go to Dora the Explorer. Probably because Dora's just got a pet monkey. Diego had a pet leopard. I mean, a pet leopard is way cooler than a pet monkey. Way cooler. If you could have the choice between a pet monkey or a pet leopard, what would you choose? Seriously.
I think that the monkey would have more uses.
What? Come on, a pet leopard?
A pet
leopard? You could train a pet leopard to, eat people. What's a monkey going to do? Fling its feces at your enemies?
Only if it's an uncivilized monkey.
An uncivilized monkey. There are only a handful of, primate species that are entering the Stone Age, the Tool Age at the moment, and they still fling feces. So, I'm just saying, I'd prefer to have a pet leopard. Yeah. No one's going to mess with you if you're out walking your pet leopard. Ain't nobody messing.
I don't think anybody would mess with you if you were walking around with a humanoid talking monkey either.
No, I'm not talking about. No, didn't say anything about talking monkeys. I mean, if it was a talking monkey, then obviously I'd have a talking monkey as a pet over a leopard. We're just talking about bog standard animals as a pet. Leopard.
All right.
Monkey.
I know you don't have tangent alert, but we just went off on a major tangent. Nonetheless,
yeah, it's Durgan's fault.
We'll maybe throw up another poll and see if people want a leopard or a monkey. How about that? Ugnaught knows Ugning. Now, that brings me back to Star Wars Galaxy Heroes because we mentioned Ugnaught. Perfect. How many accounts have you already done the marquee on?
Sorry, say that again.
How many accounts? You have 4 accounts. How many accounts have this 3PO and Chewie, which will be nicknamed shortly?
Oh, I autoed all 4
on this
of them.
channel.
I autoed all 4 of them.
So you got them all.
Yeah, I got them all. I did them. Okay. I did them during the garage sale earlier on today.
I thought that you had not.
No, I've done them all. I found the time to do them this morning. I did them during the garage sale this morning. Yeah, Zaz, that's car boot sale to you and I.
Car boot sale.
They call them garage sales over here. Yeah. Don't ask me why they call them car boot. We call them car boot sales, And since we invented them first, you should also call them car boot sales.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but a car boot, isn't that the trunk?
Yes.
So you're having a trunk sale?
No, a car boot sale.
But if you Americanized it, you're having a trunk sale.
Well, no, you Americanized you changed the word from boot to trunk. I don't know why you changed the words to. It perplexes me. I mean, you call it the hood. We just call it a bonnet. Lift up the bonnet. But it's lift up the hood. Why you keep renaming parts of cars unnecessarily is beyond me. I mean, for goodness sake, you still drive on the wrong side of the road. I'll never understand.
Your steering wheels are on the wrong side of the car. The automobile was created here.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh what?
No, the chicken. My mum's just messaged me. Oh my god, the chicken curry had whole cardamom pods in it. Way spicy. My mum and my sister went camping this weekend, and I
gotcha.
Made them a curry for them to take away so that they didn't have to worry about cooking anything the first night away. And apparently, it's ridiculously spicy. It was supposed to be mild. It was a korma.
So we got about 4 minutes remaining. Chupio, 3-Pac, Pew Pew, or 3-Baka. The community will tell us what we will call it going forward. Right now, it's simply 3PO and Chewie. And if you wanted to drop a quarter in the bucket, you have an extra chance to vote. Force Strong says the automobile was actually invented in Germany. I thought Henry Ford was the first one to create the automobile. And Bodie is also telling me that it was invented in Germany. I stand corrected.
Europe, we just in Europe we like to do things first. We like to do things first in Europe.
I stand entirely corrected if that is true. So therefore, Das Boot is what that should be called. Am I wrong?
Das Boot. Cracking film. I don't know what you're referring to.
So the German word for trunk should be used.
Yeah, I don't know what the German word for. No, I don't know. The German word for boot. And the German word for boot is not das Boot. You just put the word das in front of boot.
Okay.
I think boot is the German word for boat. Or ship. I mean, the movie's called Das Boot, and it's about a U-boat. So I'm relatively sure that I'm on the right vein there. It's got to be a ship or a boat or something. Das Boot, the boat, or the ship.
So you should always call it the Kofferraum.
The Kofferraum.
The Kofferraum.
Look, if Renard was in chat, he'd be able to clear all this up for us right now. Where's our resident German content creator when you need him?
Well, we also had a few Dark Jojo. Remember Dark Jojo, the one who got who Bastila on the bench?
Yeah, Bastila on the bench, yeah. And he got his own title.
He got his own title. He's a German content creator. So, but the Kofferraum is what we should all call it if it was first created. If the first automobile was created in Germany, we call the back end where you put items in the back end of the car to sell, apparently, the Kofferraum sale.
Okay.
Do you agree or disagree on that, Neil?
Well, the Germans can have the car, but we've got the steam engine. We have the steam engine. As Brits, we invented the steam engine.
And by the way, for those who are watching on or listening on the podcast, it is spelled Kofferraum. I've just also put it in Twitch, just for the. All right, we're almost to the end. Chupio, 3-Pac, Pew Pew, or 3-Baka.
Pew Pew Pew. Am I winning? I need to have a look. How am I doing? Oh, come on! Excuse me. Just talk amongst yourselves.
All right.
Hello.
Well, guys, it's
Hey there.
we're absolutely glad that
yes, we are
that
live.
You guys are here.
I'm talking to you while I'm live. I just explained to them that apparently I made an overly spicy curry, so.
All right. So therefore, here we go. Chupio, Neil, is the name that we're going to be going for. Chupio is what it is. We're almost to an hour. We are almost to an hour here. Now, I'm going to go over the list one more time of the games that are being given away as part of Flair's contribution. These were curated by the Escape Podcastaways. The game we are giving away as thank you in honor of our 1K celebration on YouTube are Assassin's Creed Origins, Goat Simulator, Mortal Kombat Collection, Star Wars Rogue Squadron, Call of Duty World War II, Pathfinder Kingmaker, Raiden V, The Messenger, American Truck Simulator, and Dead Island Definitive Edition. those are the
prizes. The game's in the prize.
Giving away, as a prize. All you have to do, ! Put me in the pod to get in on this. You must be here at the end of the show in order to win.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to commercial break. We're gonna get you some story time with the llama. And then after that, a brand new podcast has hit the SWGOH streets called Good Morning Korriban. And I cannot wait to talk to these guys. These guys are awesome. 9 episodes in. I've heard 8 of them so far. And guys, it's a hell of a lot of fun. We'll talk to them in just a moment right here on the Escape Podcast.
The Escape Podcast with Paul Anthony and Neil Andrew Ware.
Hey there, Escape Podawans. Everyone's favorite llama here to remind you that the Escape Podcast is on social media. That's right, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. So give us a like, give us a follow, and stay up to date on all things in-game and in the Escape Pod. Our account links are down in the description or on our Discord server in the Show Links channel. See you on the net!
Are you a member of Team Paul or Team Neil? Maybe you prefer story time with the llama, or dabble in the buttery side of the force with Biscuit Weasel. Or maybe you like the Escape Pod talents from Down Under like Heinzie and Scotty. No matter who you support, you can get one of my designs from the Escape Podcast merch store. Just go to escapepodcastaways.com, click on the merch link, and it will take you to the TeePublic site where you can support me, Mrs. Anthony, also known as Critty K. Also be sure to check out the Mrs. Anthony Shirts channel on the Escape Podcast's Discord server weekly to vote for my latest shirts in the Design Derby on Woot. Links for both of these are down below. Thank you for supporting the Escape Pod cast.
Heinzie from the ANZGC is officially a member of the Escape Pod Castaways. Make sure you go and search for Heinzie on YouTube today because he live streams a lot of his GAC content, and not only does he do that, he also does some pretty fun videos from time to time, including a behind the screen and also streaming Jedi Fallen Order. And from time to time, this idiot might drop by. Head on over and check out Heinzie today on YouTube, a part of the Escape Pod Castaways network.
The Escape Pod cast for kids. It's really cool.
Hello and welcome back, Escape Podawans, to Storytime with the Llama and the Escape Pod cast for kids. This week on Faction Facts, we are covering Rebels. More specifically, the 14 remaining Rebel characters that I didn't cover a few weeks ago when I talked about Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker's new event. First up, R2-D2, who's available in his Daring Droid Legendary event with 5 7-star Empire characters. Han Solo, who's available as the reward for the Heroic Rancor raid. Biggs Darklighter, available on Cantina Node 3G, Darkside Hard Node 4A, and in the Galactic War Store. Admiral Akbar in the Squad Arena Store, Princess Leia also in the Squad Arena Store, and Stormtrooper Han lastly in the Squad Arena Store. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Old Ben, is available on Cantina Node 2F, Hoth Rebel Scout is available on Darkside Hard Node 6A, in the Guild Event Store, and in the Cantina Battle Store. Hoth Rebel Soldier is available on Darkside Hard Node 3B. Luke Skywalker Farm Boy is available on Cantina Node 1B, Lightside Hard Node 7D, and in the Guild Store. Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum is available in the Squad Arena Store. Cara Dune is on Lightside Hard Node 5E. Lobot is available on Lightside Hard Node 4B and 5B. And last but not least, the newest Rebel, C3P0 and Chewie, whose marquee event is live in-game now. Now, normally I cover leadership abilities, but because there's just so many, I'm going to cover which of these Rebel characters are useful to farm. First up, Admiral Akbar. His capital ship Home 1 is super crucial. Big Starklighter, because of his X-Wing, he's a great addition to any Rebel fleet. Stormtrooper Han, Princess Leia, Old Ben, and Farm Boy Luke, all because they're needed for Commander Luke Skywalker's Hero's Journey event. R2-D2, he's great in a Resistance squad and a Rebel squad. He really is kind of a plug-and-play droid. And last but not least, Han Solo. He's a key part of the CLS trio, not to mention one of the crew members for the Millennium Falcon. Now, uses: the Rebel fleet with a Admiral Akbar Home 1 lead is great in territory wars and in Grand Arena, also in territory battles in those ship areas. The CLS trio team, super useful as specifically a trio, or if you want to add a couple other rebels like Princess Leia or Old Ben to kind of round it out and make it a 5-person team. Now, hard counters, we're specifically talking about CLS here. Bosk and Django-led bounty hunters, Shaak Ti clones, Palpatine-led Empire team, Kylo Ren unmasked First Order team, Imperial troopers, Talzin-led Night Sister team, Old Republic, Phoenix, Newt Gunray Separatists, and the Sith Triumvirate. The CLS team is a soft counter for a Darth Revan-led Sith Empire team, and that's with or without Malak. You can use them with either. General Grievous droids, Revan-led Jedi, and even General Skywalker. Now, the CLS team can be countered by Shaak Ti clones, Revan-led Jedi, Padme-led Galactic Republic, Geonosians, even Rex-led clones, or JTR Resistance. We are getting down to the wire here with our Faction Facts series, but if there's a faction that I haven't yet covered that you want me to do next, drop me a comment down below, or shoot me a message on our Discord server. That's all for me. Tune in next week for more Storytime with the Llama and the Escape Pod Cast for Kids.
This is Micaeus, and I assure your privacy and confidentiality when using my remodding services.
G'day legends, this is Heinzie. Did you know Micaeus Modding Mayhem is the premier modding service for the game that we all love, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? With some of the most affordable rates in the industry, Micaeus will remod your roster from top to bottom with continuous consultation with where to go from there. Micaeus has a 100% satisfaction guarantee, and he has tons of additional services available as well, like a full cleanup of your mods, PvP plans, and lots more. Contact Micaeus today on Discord, all in lowercase guys, MIKAYAS 0127. That's MIKAYAS number 0127, or hit up micaeusmods@gmail.com. I fully endorse Micaeus Modding Mayhem, and you will too. Micaeus Modding Mayhem, the official remodding service of the Escape Podcast and the Escape Podcastaways network.
Hey guys, I'm Biscuit Weasel, and I host Biscuits and Star Wars on my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/BiscuitWeasel. That's Weasel with a Z. There we do a great series called GAC Hospital. I spend an entire week with one player for one-on-one GAC coaching. We triage your roster, talk mod and team recommendations, and defense and attack strategies. If you want to apply, I invite you to tag me on the Escape Pod cast server so we can connect. Remember, that's twitch.tv/BiscuitWeasel with a Z.
Receiving incoming transmission. Receiving incoming transmission. Receiving incoming transmission.
And welcome back into the show, everybody. This week's incoming transmission, we have a guest. But we know how terrible I am at introducing guests, so I'm going to hand over to Paul. Paul, why don't you introduce our guest to our audience?
Well, these guys, I've become very, very honored to be introduced to them by Dickie Darkside, one of the newest, most hilarious content creators we've had on recently. He's joined by a guy named Sturm. He also goes by Sturmbach. He was described as a squiddy lost at sea, and if it's not First Order, he doesn't care about it. He's been playing since the game launched, and he's been a little bit salty. But with us today, we have Mikey Blue Eyes. He is a Marine in the civilian sector who loves his Outer Rim-based Star Wars. And, Neil, you're going to like this about him. Books are greater than the movies to this guy.
Yeah, well,
he's been on the tables
with the exception of the OT.
He's been on the holo tables since 6 months after launched and has been playing constantly since. The podcast is Good Morning Korriban, and it's dedicated to the voiceless players of the game, and it gives them a voice. They cover everything Star Wars, but their focus, of course, is Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Escape Pod, Mikey Blue Eyes. How you doing, Mikey?
Good, brother. Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate you guys, taking the time to, talk to Sturm and I. And then I'm sorry Sturm couldn't make it. He's busy sometimes, but yeah, it's good to be here and I'm excited. When we started this podcast, I wasn't expecting it in 8 to 9 weeks to meet so many nice people, and you guys have been great so far. So it's just kind of nice. I appreciate it.
Okay, I'm off the bat. I've just got one question. Do you start your podcasts with Good Morning Korriban? Do you do that?
Yeah,
you do.
Yeah, we do
start
the old
that.
Bob Williams, Good Morning Vietnam. I do it.
Do you give it a bit of Adrian Cronauer, do you?
I do the Adrian Cronauer, sir, and I usually have a little voiceover in the beginning. I've done every podcast so far. I've done, I think, Cookie Monster, Animal. I did Yoda once. Just kind of voices I can kind of do. And yeah, so we start off like that. And are you into the books? So you got excited. I heard you get excited when I'm a big Old Republic guy. I'm a huge Old Republic guy.
I've got the books, and when I moved from the UK to the United States, it just was not physically possible for me to bring all of my comics and my graphic novels.
Yeah.
So I scanned them. I was saving them. I was saving them as I saved them as PDFs until somebody pointed out to me that that's a ridiculously huge file size. Why are you saving them as PDFs? And then it's like, well, what else? And they said, well, did you not? There is a comic book format that you can save it in that is much, much smaller. So instead of a comic book being 150 gigabytes in PDF format, I switched to the .cbr format, which made a comic book about 10 megabytes, because I had literally hundreds of comics and graphic novels, and a lot of it's old stuff. A lot of it's the old stuff that was done back in the 90s and the early noughties.
Yeah,
it's mainly the Dark Horse stuff. I'm a big fan of the Dark Horse series.
Yeah,
of
they
comic
did some
books.
good stuff back in the day.
They did some really, really good stuff back in the day.
Yeah,
I haven't found anything that they've done recently that is comparable to it. Although I would say some of the new Vader stuff is all right.
I haven't read any of those. Everyone's been talking about that, and I haven't been able to pick one up. So I just, I also got into the novels. Like the novels were kind of where I really took off with it too. Like all the Old Republic novels. I started with Revan, and then I went like Deceived, and I got into Darth Bane, and there's quite a few of them. So yeah,
Dr. Aphra's quite good as well.
Yeah,
Dr. Aphra's quite good, but I think that she's good because she's like an anti-hero. Because she's bad,
if you want to read any of the newer stuff,
yeah,
I've got it all right here for you.
Collection there, okay.
Yeah, he's new canon. I'm old canon.
Oh, okay.
I'm not all new canon. I do enjoy the old canon, but the new canon spoke to me more.
Okay.
I enjoy it a little bit, but I recognize what is canon.
Right, and that's what. Yeah. So yeah.
Quicker, easier, more seductive. The dark side. It's the dark side. The new canon is the dark side.
Yeah.
My lightsaber unfortunately is out of batteries right now. Otherwise, I'd light this up and show you it's red.
There you go. Yeah, well, obviously, Good Morning Korriban. I'm a big dark side guy. Like one of my favorite players is Sith Marauder. So and then Scion. I got my Scion Relic 7. I actually use him in arena right now. So
I have come up against Relic 7 Scion, and it took me three teams to get through. It took me 3 teams to get through him. I was completely.
That pain is big on the Rays. That pain is big on the Rays, man, because they get all the green dots on on themselves, and it's great because you can just knock that out. And even if he dies after, as long as he hits it once, it's cool. So it really kind of helps out, to be honest. So yeah, I'm a big.
Let's talk about your account real quick, Mike. I mean, sounds like you do focus on the dark side of the Force.
Yeah, I mean, I'm an unselfish guild member. So when there are times when I have to do light side characters, like right now, I'm toying with like Rose because it's really hard for me to get Rose to a relic even, and a relic 5 on top of that. So I'll do it when necessary. But yeah, most of my guys are dark side. So
do you have Slacker already?
No, I don't. Who's Slacker?
Supreme Leader Kylo Ren.
Oh yes, Slacker. I didn't know it was called Slacker. I do have Slacker. Yes, I have him. Yes, for sure.
Okay. So where is your account standing at right now?
I'm just over 6 million. I crossed 6 million about a little bit less than a month ago. So
I'm right on your heels. I'm going to look for you. You and I may match up.
Yeah, I'm under Mikey Blue Eyes. That's my username on which was a joke. Like when I first started this game, we look right now, I'll give you the exact number, but like when I first started this game, like I was actually in a Russian guild and there was only like 2 guys who knew actual English and it wasn't very well. So like for the first 9 months of the game, I really didn't know what the hell I was doing, to be honest. So I was just kind of
brother.
Yeah, lost in the sauce. I didn't know. I'm like, I'd ask questions and be like choppy English, like how does this work? And and it was only 6-8 months after the game even started. So, and I was just like, I have no clue what I'm doing. You get some choppy English answer, and then the one guy who knew English left. He's like, I'm leaving now. Bye. And then and then that's when I found Sturm. Sturm actually was the leader of the First Order Arsenal, which I went back to eventually. So I left it once, but I came back. But yeah, he started.
Is that where you're at now? Do you want to give your guild a shout out?
I tried to leave with someone called I think it's Neo Geo was his name or something like that, or Neo Genosian. I can't remember his full name, but he was really good. And he ended up in the Wolf Pack, and he got really into it. And I was so busy with work, so I just started a new business, and I couldn't keep up, man. And they kicked me out because I missed one TW, and there are some of those places with the TWs. So I went back to First Order Arsenal. So, but he had left. Sturm had quit for a little while because I'm telling you, he's all First Order, man. Like he's the only guy I know who does all like fleet First Order as well as arena. Like he runs.
Whoa.
Yeah,
he's running fleet.
Yep.
Order. He's running the finalizer.
Yeah, he's running the finalizer 7 stars, man. Like he's all fleet First Order. I don't know what.
How does he do though? That's the question.
I know a lot of it, especially when it comes to battling the negotiator. He explained it on the podcast yesterday because obviously he does it all the time. But I know a lot of it hinges on Anakin. If he can, I think he says if he can kill Anakin before he gets the thing where you can't die. I forget what it's called.
Unending loyalty.
Yeah, unending loyalty. So if he can kill him before that gets knocked on, he has a really good chance of pretty much knocking it out. If not, he can still do it sometimes, but it's a lot harder. But he obviously goes into detail with it. But yeah, he says he can climb the 1 too. So and
what?
And he's shown me. Yeah, he's shown me. So I wish he would have been on. He could have explained it a little bit better. But
okay.
Yeah.
This guy is climbing to first place.
Yep.
In arena.
Yep.
With a First Order
fleet.
With finalizer.
Yes, sir.
We got maxed, isn't it? It's going to be maxed.
Oh, it's maxed. Oh, he's maxed.
Maxed to the eyeballs.
Yeah.
If every single person is Gear 13 Relic 7, you're going to be able to use. I don't care who you are. If doesn't matter what fleet you're using. If you've got everybody at Relic 7 and you've got decent mods on them, you've got a decent chance of making number 1 with any of the fleets.
Yeah.
Any of the new fleets. I mean, you're not going to do it with. I mean, come on, let's be honest. You're not going to do it with Mace Windu's ship.
No.
Galactic Republic. But
I mean, I use Gigi, I use Grievous, and I can obviously make it, but it took me a while to get him. I don't even have the negotiator 7-star yet, which is kind of annoying. But like as soon as I saw that Grievous was getting the capital ship, I dropped Kenobi and started saving for the other one because it's dark.
I've looked this up. I've looked Sturm up here.
Yeah.
Guys, this is true, and I'm going to put a link to his GG here. He's running Kylo Ren. He's running the command shuttle, the SF TIE fighter, and the silencer in the opening group. He has Cassian's U-wing, Plo Koon, First Order TIE fighter, and the Houndstooth as his reinforcements. And I'm literally looking at first place.
I always mess with him because he's got that. He's got what would you say, the Cassian one, man. So I always make fun of him using that light side guy. But he doesn't have any bullets to use, so it's all good. We're straight up dark side over here at Good Morning Korriban, so we try to keep it real and utilize our guys as much as possible.
I'm adding this to show notes as well.
There you go.
I'm adding this to show notes as well, just in case people want to see this. So you've picked this up 6 months into the game.
Yes, sir.
Would you consider now? I think we already do know the answer. Are you a whale, kraken, dolphin? What aquatic species do you equivalent yourself to?
I mean, at this point, I'm more of a low whale, like high aquatic dolphin. I don't do that much with it anymore. I don't really need to though, because there was a month's right $100 limit, but for the most part, I'm pretty good at not doing much with that. So I'm not. I call it farm to play. Everybody always makes fun of me, but I think farm to play sounds cooler instead of free to play. But
free to play, no, you. You would. There's no way. I'm free to play. I'm free to play, and I'm 4.3. Right?
Yeah, Neil
I
is
am
strictly free to play.
I have never spent a dime on this.
Well, Dickie's at 5.7, and he's freaking. He's a free to play. So I don't know how
he used to spend though.
No, he said he never did. He said he got that $50 gift card, and that was it. And he didn't pay for it.
Yeah, Neil did, but you took away the card. You put a punch in the card.
Yeah, there's a punch in the card.
It's not cut up, but there's a punch in the card.
It's free to play with a punch in the card.
Okay.
And the reason why there's a punch in the card is because he spent but did not spend.
Right.
So money was used on the account, but it was not his money that was used on the account. So you get, for that it's a punch in the card.
He got into the chocolate factory, but barely. You got a punch in the gold ticket.
You got a punch on. Yeah, there's a punch on there.
Okay.
See, you could have used that $50 gift card on something else. Then it would be a nice shiny free to play gold ticket. But it's got a punch in it.
It's not mint condition.
Yeah, every time you get one of those free gift cards, every time you use a free gift card, if it's gifted to you, it's another punch in the free to play card. You can hold the free to play card, but it is not mint condition.
Okay, Neil, you have said though that if you were close enough, you would have punched your own card to get Jedi Knight Luke.
Oh yeah, I would have hauled myself out for Jedi Knight Luke straight away. Yeah, absolutely.
How close
myself.
Were you? How close were you? Like how many tiers did you make it? Did you try or did you not?
Oh God, no, nowhere near. I'll be ready for the next. I will be ready for the next time. I'll be ready on when the event comes around again.
Yeah.
I'm planning on being ready 2 months after the running of the first one, just in case they throw a Malik at us, because they did that with Malik. First time Malik came out, second time Malik came out, everybody was expecting it. 3 months, they brought him out 2 months after the first time. So I'm planning on being ready at the 2 month point, and I'm halfway through on each account. Because I'm free to play, it takes me about a week.
It takes
me about a week to take a character from either Gear 11 or Gear 12 to Gear 13 and Relic 3. So
okay.
I'm nearly there on Lando on one of the accounts, and I think I'm doing Lando on 2 of my accounts at the moment, and then it'll be Rolo, and then I've already done the Wampa. Wampa's awesome.
Yeah, Wampa. Yeah, well, Dark Side. That's why. Like,
yeah. I mean, CLS Chewie and Vader were already done.
Yeah, I had Vader done. I had
CLS Chewie and Vader were already
I
done.
did not. I actually had Lando almost relic because I thought they were going to do a rework on him, and I used to like him from back in the day because he kind of had a little bit of like, a little bit of pull for a brief time. You could use him with some squads back in the day. So I just liked his character, so I figured they might do a rework on him, but they haven't. So, but I had him almost relic, and it took like my Leia was only like gear 7, I think, and then the other Han, the Wookiee Han, or well, not the Wookiee Han, the whatever, the snowsuit Han, I didn't have either. I think it was gear.
Han Solo.
Yeah, Hans. Yeah, I didn't have either of those two ready because I didn't really use them. So
yeah, I was exactly the same. It was the only character that I didn't have because it was everything else 7 stars, either gear 9, 10, 11, or 12, with the exception of those 3 characters I mentioned before. But Han Solo I'd never farmed because I'd never needed him. But when you've got 3 months until an event, and you've got him at least, I had him unlocked at least. I had him unlocked at 4 stars. So, I've only got another couple of hundred shot, and it's easy enough. It's Cantina. Yeah. So it's not like a hard node where you can only get 5 a day, and then it costs you to refresh it. It's Cantina, so you can spend as much as you want. But
and you started in, I think I remember because I watched some of of your shows because I want to just know what you guys were about. And you started in like 16, you said, right? Because you were talking to Dickie about it.
I started 1 month. I think I started 1 month after the soft launch.
Oh, okay.
I'd heard about the soft launch and I waited for the hard launch. It was either December of 15 or January of 16 that I started.
Yeah, I think it was 16.
But I was terrible for the first.
Yeah.
I was terrible. The first, I was out in the woods. I was out in the wilderness my first 18 months. I didn't have a clue what I was doing. So that my first Zeta was Stormtrooper Han.
I can't remember who was my first Zeta. I can't remember. It was a dark side guy for sure. It was. I wanted it to be Maul, and I remember I wanted Maul to be my first Zeta forever. And he was like, I didn't do Maul until like a year later because there was because I started watching the videos and stuff, trying to learn because I don't like playing games and not really knowing what the hell I'm doing. So I started trying to watch videos and trying to learn a little bit, and then I kind of got into it. And I'm obviously big Star Wars, not outside of the game. I played KOTOR 2. I'm working on the first one on my phone right now, and I just, I would level up the guys I thought were cool, which was a lot less back then. But yeah, so then I started getting into it, and then the guild took off, and and speaking of which, like since you're free to play, you must be really mad about some of the characters that they have in the store, because I know when I look in the store, like it's just there's all these old characters that are from like years.
I've got them all, so I don't really care.
Yeah, so it's like, do you guys ever talk about that, or like is there like a big uprising for some of the players that do that? Because it just seems like a big waste of resources when it comes to that, right? Like, do you guys ever talk about that or no? Is that something you ever think about, or
shard store currency?
That's it. Yeah, but imagine
that's just it. It's just shard store currency for gear.
Yeah, but you probably got like 1 million or 2 million of them now by now. Like some of that gray one, I forget what it's called. Is that the shard store? The one.
The Chromie, the ally points.
Yeah, ally points. You guys don't even know what it's called anymore because you don't ever use them. Like it's like some of those things they don't even change anymore.
Well, no, because they did throw them. They did throw them in the. They did throw them in weekly. They did throw them in the weekly shipments.
Yeah, they get what, 2? I guess you get 2, right?
So I tend to just blow them on whatever's in weekly shipments. I don't care if it's carbantes or slicing material. Whatever's in there, I'll spend it on that.
Yeah. Well, you could use that on your Rolex, I guess, too, right? When you do that, when you get to that point.
At that point, yeah. So how did your show Good Morning Korriban come to be?
Well, I had wanted to do a podcast with Sturm and a couple other players, 2 of which no longer play anymore, about a year and a half before we started, which was, we just did episode 9 yesterday. So we do one once a week, every Thursday. Usually I try to get out by Friday or Saturday. And, they were like, no. There was no. I'm like, come on, man, like, let's just do it. Like, and I wanted more than one person because Sturm's more technical than I am, and he knows all the lingo a lot better. I'm more like, I know what I'm doing and I know what guys to use. I know how to play, but like, I'm not good with the technical verbiage and all that. And he's good at that stuff. So he said no. Then he quit, like I said earlier. And then he started playing again, I heard, because there was an old Discord thread that he hit us up on, a bunch of us old guys who were from the original guild. And he then direct messaged me, and he's like, remember that podcast you were talking about? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, he's like, would you like to do it? And I started laughing. I'm like, are you serious? Like, you're coming back at me like a year and a half later? And I'm like, hell yeah, I want to do it. Let's do it. So, we just started messing around, and then, I came up with the name, and then he just kind of like the outlay, and, it just kind of took off. And like, it kind of brought me back into the game, because I don't know how you guys feel, but I'm sure this keeps you guys engaged, because I noticed that I look at a lot more things in a lot more detail, and I like reaching out to everybody on Reddit or Facebook or, Discord, and just ask them questions like for the week. And, you guys got it locked in. Like, your guys' Discord is nice. Like, all the pages you got and the way you stay on it, like it's really nice.
Thank you.
So yeah, you're welcome. And it's just nice to see everybody in the community, because, it just seems like everyone has the same things that they're saying, and no one's really listening to us. So it's good if everyone can get one voice. Maybe they'll start doing the unity thing better, or, who knows. It seems like they're trying to make changes. So, but that's how the podcast started. And it's been great. It's really kind of brought me back into the game. So
did you have any experience in broadcasting or in podcasts itself before you went into this?
Negative. I've did a couple of interviews for hockey back in the day, because I used to play. But
what? Hold on, because Neil will ask what type of hockey.
And not field hockey, sir. It's ice hockey. So
See, I don't play. I've never played ice hockey, but I have played field hockey, because
they do have a professional league. They do have a professional league in Britain that's actually getting better. They have a team.
Yeah, no, I've been to see. I have been to see ice hockey in the UK. They do have.
Did you like it? I mean, fighting, and it's cold, and it's
I've only ever been to one hockey match, and it was as a direct result of, I was in boarding school, and sometimes it'd be boring. You wouldn't want to go home for the weekend, so you'd go stay at a mate's house for the weekend. I went and stayed at a mate's house for the weekend, and his sister was dating a hockey player, an ice hockey player, so we ended up going that weekend to watch her boyfriend, who got into a fight, which seemed to, she seemed to like that. I was like, my boyfriend's in a fight and he won. Okay, so there was the fighting. I did enjoy the Goon. So I was a big fan of the Goon. I was a big fan of the Goon. Not so much Goon 2. The Last of the Enforcers. I thought that was a weak excuse for a sequel, but the Goon was awesome.
Okay. Well, yeah. Are you a Sean Paul Scott fan? Is that?
Oh yeah, I like Sean William. I love Sean William Scott. I think the dude's hilarious. I think he is a brilliant actor. I think he's an excellent actor. And when you see the video clips of the guy that the film was made about at the end, you kind of think, yeah, he did it. He did the role. He did the role justice. So yeah, big fan. Didn't like Mighty Ducks, but. I did like.
Slapshot's good. You might enjoy.
I like the Goon. Didn't like Mighty Ducks. Didn't like Miracle on Ice.
Have you seen Slapshot?
Slapshot? No, not seen Slapshot. I have seen Happy Gilmore though.
Paul Newman's in it. Oh, Happy Gilmore's good.
Happy Gilmore's good. There's a little bit of ice hockey in there. A lot of golf. Little bit of ice hockey.
I agree, Mike. He's got to see Slapshot. If Llama is going to watch Ghostbusters, Neil has to watch Slapshot.
Yeah. Okay. Will it give me some good pop culture references?
It would give you a lot of jokes that I sometimes make.
Okay.
And Mike knows what I'm talking about.
Watch it for the pop culture references.
Right. Well, one of my favorite Sean William Scott movies is the one he did with The Rock. I think it's The Rundown movie. I think it was called The Rundown.
Yeah.
It was him and The Rock. That movie was all. I like.
In the UK, it was called Welcome to the Jungle.
Oh, really?
Yeah. In the UK, it was called Welcome to the Jungle. Over here, it's called The Rundown. It's a bit like the Brendan Fraser movie Encino Man.
Yeah.
Different name in the UK.
Really?
In the UK, it was called California Man. Because in the UK, we don't know that Encino is in California.
Right.
So you know, you would know. So when you go Encino Man, so he's from Encino in California. In the UK, we'd be like, what? Oh,
Where's
just
that?
call it California, man. They're Britons. They don't understand. So we got, yeah.
Well, I grew up in Buffalo, and I wouldn't know where the hell Encino was until I moved down here. To be honest with you, so everything's
Run DMV, Joe, the man who posts cats all the time. 2,500 bits for you to go watch Slapshot.
Oh,
okay. Okay. Run DMV. I will go watch it.
All right. Now, so that's cool, and I do finally get to admit that Mike and I have bonded on the fact that we both love hockey. We both love teams that sometimes hate each other, but we both love hockey.
I do have a T-shirt with a hockey team on it.
Oh, who's that?
My brother-in-law supports the Chicago one. What is it? The
Blackhawks.
Blackhawks. Yeah. That's it. The Blackhawks. I mean, I have no idea who they are. He just, what he when my sister and him came over to the UK to visit me once in 2015, they brought a Blackhawks T-shirt with me. So okay. I wear it from time to time.
All right. Well, I was one of the original 6 teams, so they've been around a while. But yeah, I would not support them. They're not my team. But my team's looking. My team's still finding my way, as they say. So they'll get there.
That's awesome. Wow, we've gone over a little bit here. What is there anything? What do you feel? Two last questions here. The first one: what do you feel that Good Morning Korriban sets itself apart from other lesser podcasts of the escape variety?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know if we're gonna ever compete with the escape. That'd be nice.
No. But I'm talking you up here.
No,
take the praise.
I'm taking it. I would say that what separates us is we really try to ask the people what they want. We always put questions out for the people. 2, we like to get more in depth with the dark side because there's just so many rebel factions and so much rebel stuff. And I think that they don't get a good representation even in the movies nowadays. So I'll talk all day about how they lack that in storylines. But anyway. I would say one what we can bring to the people, and the fact that we keep aware of the streets and we always know kind of what's going on and what the rumblings are and how people feel. 2, we always like to cover the dark side, and 3, we just love Star Wars stuff, just like everybody else that seems to love this game, and we're just trying to get our voice heard, and we actually would love to try to make some changes, within the game to make it a little bit better. So we'll see what happens, but just connections.
Now, how does thank you, Darth Lucky, for the Prime subscription. Appreciate you. Tell or Darth Unlucky, tell us how to find you. How do we find you?
Our podcast is right now. We're on Apple and we're on Google. We're on Spotify. We launch out of the Anchor app, so I think we're even on. I don't know enough about it to speak more than that. I know we're on those 3 for sure, but we run through Anchor. So, and I always post on. Right now, I'm on Reddit on the Star Wars, the SWGOH on the Reddit. I just started doing that one. I'm also on the Facebook for the guilds, and then the regular page for SWGOH, and on Discord as well. And look me up on Mikey Blue Eyes on Discord as well. So if you ever need to ask questions or want. I can give you answers. So yeah, that's where you can find us. I would say Apple. Most of them are from Spotify and Apple, but we get some Google here or there from what I've seen.
Excellent. And we have put a link in the description of this of the both video version of this, the Spotify version, the Anchor FM, because we both are on Anchor.
Right.
And then also it's being posted right now in the Twitch replay.
Thank you, man.
Well, Mikey Blue Eyes, thank you so very, very much for your time, for spending your Friday evening with us. It means so much. I hope that your podcast shoots off even more, and it's always good to have more than just us and Shattered Order and Galactic War Report. And Gambit. I mean, I'm going to miss some people, and some people are going to be mad at me. But podcasts are a great way to spend some time when you can't be in front of a TV or whatnot. You can listen to a podcast and play Star Wars at the same time. Think about that too.
True.
Support the content creators that bring you content, not just in video form, but also from their heart.
Toss a sub to your streamer.
Oh, channels of plenty.
Mm-hmm.
All right. With that being said, guys, Mike, once again, thank you very much. Stick around, ! Put me in the pod for that 10-game giveaway we'll be giving away in just a moment. We're coming up real quick on the end of the show. You guys stick around for the very, very finale with Patreon's Choice right here on the Escape Podcast.
The Escape Pod Cast with Paul Anthony and Neil Andrew Ware.
This is Micaeus, and I assure your privacy and confidentiality when using my remodding services.
G'day legends, this is Heinzie. Did you know Micaeus Modding Mayhem is the premier modding service for the game that we all love, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? With some of the most affordable rates in the industry, Micaeus will remod your roster from top to bottom with continuous consultation with where to go from there. Micaeus has a 100% satisfaction guarantee, and he has tons of additional services available as well, like a full cleanup of your mods, PvP plans, and lots more. Contact Micaeus today on Discord, all in lowercase guys, MIKAYAS 0127. That's MIKAYAS number 0127, or hit up micaeusmods@gmail.com. I fully endorse Micaeus Modding Mayhem, and you will too. Micaeus Modding Mayhem, the official remodding service of the Escape Podcast and the Escape Podcastaways network.
Does your guild want to tap into their full potential in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? Yeah! For as low as $1 a month per guild member, your guild can unleash the power of the game in ways you never thought possible. Ooh. Track your arena movements, guild progression, and much more. Contact ShittyBill and get one of his shitty bots on your server today. Just look for him on our Discord server and tag or message him for more information. The link for our server is below in the description. Shitty bots, don't let the name fool you. Did you know that if you signed up to become a Patreon, you could get tons of rewards? Force Ghost Scotty could do a roster review for you. Neil Andrew Ware could share Grand Arena tactics. Or Paul could even help you get maximum stars in Geonosis Territory Battle. And you even get access into the after show. Sound good? Sign up to be a Patreon today. For as little as $2 a month, you could unlock a ton of potential content and also get closer to the hosts. Head to patreon.com/theescapepod to sign up.
And now time for something completely shameless.
Noob. Artists. Noob. Liars. Newbie. Poachers. There you are. Wait, what's wrong? Again, noob.
Greetings, Hellenics. It's my guild.
Again.
My guildies are being poached from
our guild. Oh boy, here we go. Again.
I just don't understand what the GRDS allows guilds to do.
This What? Huh. Do what
This poaching.
Wait, hang on. What do you mean the GRDS is allowing guilds to do this?
You guys see what we
did there? Yup. Not only did we mirror last month's episode, but we also added some GRDS promotion. So shameless. Much promotion. Lols. Wait. We gotta get on with this, huh? Oh, okay. Right. So, you don't understand why the GRDS allows guilds to do what exactly?
Poaching of other guilds'
members.
Some pathetic guild comes out of nowhere and takes a big group of our members, and we're left scrambling to fill the empty slots. Polemics. And that's
not fair. Oh, newbie. It's most likely not poaching, bud.
Here we go.
Again.
It's not. Please.
Explain. Here's a short PSA that can help you understand. This PSA is brought to you by Alenix. #shameless self-promotion. And the SWGOH Guild Recruitment Discord server. SWGOH's largest and most popular Discord server devoted to finding players a new guild and guilds new players. The PUBG Discord can suck it, Ralph. Poaching in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. What is it? Why is it happening? And who stands to benefit? In this SWGOH PSA, we will explore member poaching and the many myths that surround it. SWGOH guilds are groups of up to 50 players who coordinate their efforts to defeat various types of guild events, including raids, territory battles, and territory wars. Most times, guilds which have fewer than 50 members join various resources on the internet, including the official SWGOH forum, Reddit, and multiple Discord servers, to post advertisements, hoping to entice players looking for a new guild to join theirs. This can sometimes create a situation where a group of players, usually friends, join a guild as a group, as opposed to a single player joining said guild individually. Many players in the SWGOH gaming community erroneously call this poaching. They also tend to claim this is done intentionally, and that it's meant to provide the offending guild with an unfair recruitment advantage. In effect, these claims state that guilds who have multiple new members joining their guild all at once are doing so underhandedly, and thus poaching the more honorable SWGOH guilds who would never do this. Likely this is not the case. Most of the time, the guilds being accused of poaching have perfectly legitimate reasons explaining why a group of new members join their guild as opposed to a lone individual joining. Perhaps the members of the group who left your guild are all friends and want to stay together as a group. Many SWGOH gamers have developed deep friendships with their guildies and don't want to part ways. Or maybe some people in this group have friends already in the guild accused of poaching. People do sometimes have friends outside their existing guild, and they want to get all those folks together when playing SWGOH. Lastly, what if the guild is simply a better fit for their collective playstyle? If a guild's members aren't feeling like they fit well within their guild, they may simply leave for somewhere they feel is a better fit. These are just some of the possibilities that could easily explain why a group of players may have left your guild and joined another all at once. So before you accuse a guild of intentionally poaching your members, consider this. Can there be any other reason besides poaching that could explain why a small group of your members left your guild and joined theirs? I'm certain that if you think about it for more than a few seconds, you will determine that, yes indeed, there may just be. This has been Hellenix. #shameless self-promotion. For the Hellenix SWGOH YouTube channel and the GRDS. So, seriously, when are these PSAs going to actually start getting people to subscribe to my channel? I know it's not guaranteed, man, but come on. Can't we do something to boost my numbers a little bit more quickly? What do you mean, go kick rocks? So, do you see now, newbie? Your guild probably wasn't poached. And even if it was, the GRDS wouldn't have facilitated this. We have strict anti-poaching rules, and we do enforce them.
That doesn't explain anything!
Once again. Look, I know you're upset, newbie, but you can't run off and accuse guilds of poaching your members every time a group of people
But I have proof of our guild being poached. Hellenix.
Okay, what you got?
I have a direct message from Discord from a guy who joined our guild server and then said our guild leader was quitting and we should get out while the getting out
Was good. Oh.
And according to your PSA on poaching channel on the GRDS, that is a
textbook
example of poaching.
Oh.
So I may just go to your general chat channel and
rant about it. Okay, yeah, that's definitely poaching. However, A public rant is not the way to handle this. Instead, send me screenshots proving what you allege privately. We don't believe in vitriol, baseless accusations, nor mob rule at the GRDS, nor do we believe in cancel culture. Instead, we try to be fair and reasonable. Unless the proof you provide is blatant, we won't just ban the accused necessarily. And we won't publicly shame them. Instead, we may even set up a private group chat to discuss this with all parties involved. Anyone accused has the right to face their accusers, and people are innocent until proven guilty. Besides, if we all talk this out, both your guild and the alleged poachers may all come out of this situation better and stronger than you all went in. So if you have your proofs ready, send them to my inbox, and we'll go from there, okay?
I will do so immediately.
Meatbag. Why, you little...
The Escape Pod. Cast. The Bridge.
Welcome back to the show. As you know, it's the fourth segment, and that means it's Patreon's choice. You get to ask us a bunch of really, really uncomfortable questions if you so desire, and we have to answer them. So, Paul, we got any good questions this week, mate?
What do you mean, kick rocks? No. All right. The first question comes from Run DMV, who's been just outrageous tonight.
On tilt tonight. King of the millennial fulcrum.
Yep. With 9,300 points. He asked it specifically to me. Now that you have the Fulcrum Zeta, where would you use it in what comp? Honestly, I think that I'd use it in a Jedi comp. Possibly even as in JKR. Possibly with JKR. Dr. Feelgood says, if you could own a pony, what color would it be and what would you name it? He didn't ask for one. He just wanted to know what color pony you would want and what would you name it?
It would be black and yellow stripes like a zebra, and I would call him Bob.
Mine would be very, very cute and pink, and it would be named Sparkles.
You totally ripping off My Little Pony.
Maybe. If you could go anywhere in the world and money or time was no object, where would you go and why? I have to disqualify a portion of that question. Time is always always an object. It's an object we can't get away from. But if
yes,
money,
time changes.
Time changes, but we only have a limited amount of it.
Okay, so I could go anywhere and money would be no object.
And I didn't have, and if using no time isn't an object, as saying I didn't have anywhere to be, probably Key West. That area of Florida to me is so breathtaking, and lots of good memories with my wife for our anniversary. And hopefully maybe we'll go back again soon. Who knows? But other things take precedent. What about you, Neil?
Well, we've had this question before, and same answer: Maldive Islands.
Maldive Islands. All right. What's your favorite book?
Ooh. I'm actually gonna break. Oh my god. Oh, it's not a Star Wars novel.
And that's fine.
It's not a Star Wars novel. My favorite book of all time is Tom Clancy's Executive Orders. best book I've ever read. It's brilliant. Best Jack Ryan novel ever. Absolutely brilliant book. Terrible films, but awesome book.
For me, it's a bit of a toss up. It's kind of cheesy. It was one of the first books that I ever read, and it was called The Cat Who Could Read Backwards.
Okay.
It was a part of a series called the Cat Who series. And it introduced to me the love of reading that I later lost, but have picked up again. But another book that I read, I can't remember the exact one that it was, but it was once again one of the ones from that I first read when I actually read books before I grew old and appreciated books. And that would probably be, I think it was called Magic the Gathering Arena. It was a book based on Magic the Gathering, but it had a story. It actually had a darn story. What is your favorite adaptation of a book or comic book into a movie or other medium?
V for Vendetta. The graphic novel was good. The movie was better. The movie was incredible.
That was those two questions were from Geek Girl. Watchmen was mine. All right. Zaztastic says, what is your favorite character from a book, not including Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, or Harry Potter?
Yeah, it'd be Jack Ryan from the Tom Clancy novels. He's brilliant. He's a really, really excellent character. Very well written. Very, very well written.
For me, it would probably be the narrator of Fight Club.
The book is better than the movie.
Yes, that's what I said.
The book is better than the movie. The
What's your
ending of the
favorite
book
character
is
from a
better than
book?
the ending. The ending of the book is better than the ending of the movie. I was very disappointed in the ending of the movie because I read the book before I watched the film, and I was very disappointed in the end of the film. I'm like, come on, that's nothing like the end. So yeah.
Yeah. And finally, the last question, this one was given during the show. It's a fourth segment question redemption from Dr. Feelgood. How did the audition for Jesus Christ Superstar go, Neil?
Very well. I got the part. Can't sing, can't dance, but I've got the hair, so they gave me the part, you know?
JJ Manners sneaking one in right before the buzzer. If you could pick one movie to be erased from your minds, so you could watch it again for the first time.
Oh, right. Oh, okay.
What movie would it be?
You go first. I'm thinking. The answer needs thought, serious consideration. A movie I enjoyed.
I
would love to watch again for the first time.
If it could be erased from my mind and I wouldn't know anything that I've seen since, it would actually be GoldenEye. GoldenEye was my introduction to James Bond, and I'd love to have the love for James Bond right away once again.
Okay, then in that case, for me it would be Mario Puzo's The Godfather.
Very good one.
It'd have to be Mario Puzo's The Godfather, because that film is just awesome and the book's really good. It's a bit long-winded in places, which obviously, you know, it's difficult to describe. There are sections of the book where it gets too descriptive of what's going on, and the
like Game of Thrones.
Like Game of Thrones, yeah. And the movie, you know, a picture says 1,000 words, and that's exactly what the movie does in certain situations. But that's only because Francis Ford Coppola was able to, get such an incredible cast for that movie. I mean, my God, the cast for that movie was incredible. And Robert it's Robert De Niro, for goodness sake, So yeah, really, yeah, that would be the movie. If I could have it erased from my memory and then watch it again, yeah, Mario Puzo's The Godfather.
All right. Well, guys, that will do it for us. Let me make sure that this hoser is actually still doing something on stream. Okay, he still is. If you are watching us live on Twitch, as an apology for me not getting his win-loss record this past week for GA Center correct, we are going to send our viewers over to Rambam. I messed up. I did not get his 2 ties that turned into wins correct. I am sorry, Rambam. We will fix that in the month-ending show that we'll do next week.
End of week 5.
At the end of week 5 show, yes. So that will do it for us this time. Please wear your mask. Thank you for the 1,000 bits, Run DMV. Please be nice to each other. Damn it. Any other parting words, Neil?
No, I'm good. See you in the after show, people.
I'll see our Patreons and subs in the after show. We love y'all, and we'll be doing something fun in the after show as well. So, all right, guys, we'll see you guys later. Neil, push the button.
You got it, mate. Ta-ta for now, folks.
What's going on? Where the hell are we? Paris?
Thank you for pressing the self-destruct button.
Attention! This is Colonel Sanders in forward command. Abandon ship! Abandon ship! All personnel proceed to escape pods. Close down the circuits. Evacuate the city. Self-destruct mechanism has been activated. Abandon ship! Where is it? Where is it? It's gotta be here. Out of order! Even in the future, nothing works.
This ship will self-destruct in exactly 10 seconds. Counting down. 10, 9, 8, 6.
6! What happened to 7?
Just kidding. 3, 2, 1. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Hello, friends. This is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy. The Escape Podcast was filmed in front of a live studio audience full of tweaked out murder bears.
Sit, boo-boo, sit. Good dog.
Right now, so we are looking to see. I don't think Infinum is actually in the chat. We're going to give Infinum 60 seconds to speak up if he's still here. There he is. All right, Infinum is still in the chat. Infinum, Flair will be in contact with your information, with the information for you for those games. So congratulations, you have won the games, the 10-pack of games in celebration of 1K. We still have more to go. For you guys that are have not already, he stayed up late to see if he won. If you haven't, inside the Yavin 4 Studios list is DPK's 1K contest. Put your Zeta and Gear 13 regrets in there, or just any Gear 13 and Zeta that you have to enter for the $50 gift card. So we will be looking forward to that. All right. Anything else?
No, I didn't know we were coming back until you said go back.
All right. So now we're rating Ram Bam. I forgot that I couldn't have that on hold. So now we're rating Ram Bam. Guys, thank you so much. We'll see y'all in the after show.
There we go.